Jag minns ju den tid du gav mig life billar, yo. Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunna ge förut. Det finns ju ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh why. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för dig, baby. För de här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. På det jag lägger all min tid och jag vill ha det. Du får mig känna safety. Det kan nog leda, baby. Och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig. Aldrig kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Aldrig kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Varje gång jag bak på dig, jag tänker åh vilket kap jag har gjort. Jag skulle gå tillbaks i tid, göra om allt igen och förstå. Ser det som ett allt, det är dig jag vill wifa. De här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. På det jag lägger all min tid, jag vill ha det. Du får mig känna safety. Jag kan nog leda, baby. Och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig. Aldrig kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Aldrig.
So full of self-confidence, and everything you said made a lot of sense. I thought I was too cold to ever love again, but every single word cut through the rain. We see the distance grow, I just need to know, do you even feel the same? I'm living in your messages, I'm closer to you there I guess. Living in your messages, every day now I confess.
Alright guys, we're just doing a little test, a little sound check. Let's see how this sounds. Can you hear me over the music? Sounds good to me, so we're gonna go with that. Alright guys, we have 8 minutes to game time. We're playing a little game today on the ride. It's gonna be kind of like a drinking game. You know, where you take a shot every time something happens, except this one, it's conditional. So this one is going to be either sprinting or going hard for 40 seconds. So you're going to have short sprint, I guess medium sprint, and a longer hard effort, depending on 2 conditions in this race that we're going to do today. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be the drinking version game, cycling edition. Alright guys, 7 minutes to game time. 5 minutes to go. Well, that's 10, I guess. 5 minutes to go.
It's a big dark world. You don't need to know about that. Don't need to know about that. I'll protect you with my lies. You don't need to know about that. Don't need to know about that. Just let me love you. 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 Someday you will meet the one who will put you on a throne. Will put you on a throne. And I will go out.
All right, guys, we are 3 minutes away from this warm-up. If you're brand new to this type of ride today, maybe you're watching this recording and you're not doing it live. We want a stationary trainer. We want our bike. We want a towel. We want some water. For the stationary trainer, I always suggest a dumb trainer, a turbo trainer. First of all, they're the most affordable, so if you're looking for how to get this setup going, you can get a used turbo trainer for probably under $100. Turbo trainers are just like simple. You put your bike on that trainer, and the resistance of the tire makes it harder as you shift up and down through your gears. If you have a smart trainer, we're going to want to alter this a little bit. So your smart trainer usually operates in ergometer, which means you have to set the wattage manually. So in that case, we're going to try and set it to level mode, where it should feel a little bit more like a natural trainer. Usually something like level 2. Sometimes it has levels 1 through 5 or 1 through 10. Level 2 usually feels pretty much like a flat road-ish, at least on the Wahoo. Maybe 33% incline. That's another way to judge the, not 33% incline, sorry, 33% resistance. That's one of the other options for setting the trainer. And then maybe the most complicated, but also the most simple, is just to connect to Zwift. Your smart trainer can connect to Zwift, and Zwift will simulate the physics of a real road as best as it can. So sometimes I'll just connect to Zwift, put it on Watopia World Tempest Fugit course, which is a basically flat course, and you can just ride around there. There's like a 1% incline, 1% decline every once in a while, but for the most part, super flat. So that's a great training course to put on in the background while you're doing these rides. All right, guys, less than a minute. Let's get ready to go.
Cansada la vida, porque sentir no va nada bien, echando sal a la herida.
20 seconds to game time. Get ready. Oh, and when I say game time, just in case you're new, that means we're going to start the warm-up. We're not going to start racing right out of the bat. So we're going to start this warm-up in about 5 seconds. We're going to start nice and easy, nice and relaxed. 3, one. Here we go. This is the Eldo Crit Series. 3 minutes easy, any RPM you want. Just make it easy. Make it feel like at least a 4 out of 10. At most a 5 out of 10. I guess that's a pretty narrow range. Let's say 3 to 5 out of 10 for effort. This is the Eldo Race Series. It takes place in El Dorado Park, which is in Long Beach, California. Take a look on your right. That is Nate Cook. You might know him. He is I was going to say he's the bike fitter from Long Beach Bike Fit, but it's a one-man operation, so he is all of Long Beach Bike Fit. He has that kit on. It looks like polka dots, but it's actually his dog on a penny farthing bicycle all over the kit. So when you see that person, that's part of the drinking game. So that's Nate Cook. We have a second actor. Every time in this race, once we start racing, if you pull up beside Nate or he pulls up beside you, if you guys come side to side, you will sprint for 15 seconds every time. I've also programmed it in just in case you happen to be gasping for breath and you miss it. When you're side by side with him, you sprint. The other person in this race that we're looking out for is... I always need to prep myself to say his name. It's not Sharon, it's Sharon. There we go. Sharon Smith. Everyone says Sharon, so in the back of my mind, it's just in there, but it's Sharon Smith. So Sharon is, part of the community in Southern California crit racing. He's all over the place. Everyone knows him. He's gonna be in this Methods to Winning kit, which is the highlighter yellow kit. There's a couple of these MW riders in the race. He has an S-Works bike that has some red on it and some white shoes. I'll show you them when that pops up. For now, we're just going easy. You'll see Sharon right in front of Nate, actually. We have Nate Cook right here, and then we have Sharon Smith. You can see the red dropouts on his bike. All right, in 45 seconds, guys, we're gonna raise the effort on this warm-up. We were going easy. We're gonna raise it up to a nice moderate effort. Something that feels like tempo. So we're looking for 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10. You're breathing deeper. You're really getting some sweat going. Eldo is one of those crits that has been happening for a long time. I think we're past 40 years at this point. Obviously, I haven't been racing it for 40 years. Here we go, 3 minutes tempo. A little bit harder, a little bit spicy. Maybe it burns a little bit. I don't really want to use the word spicy because that's the name of our next level of effort. But sweaty, tempo. This should feel like that base level of effort that you feel in the middle of a race. If you go too much slower, you get left behind. If you go too much faster, you're going to burn yourself out. Tempo. This is going to be our base effort. This effort right now is going to be what we do the whole ride at today, other than sprinting. So, drinking game number 1 is when you pull up alongside Nate, or when you come side to side with Nate, you sprint for 15 seconds. If you pull up beside him in the middle of those 15 seconds, you're just going to finish out your original 15. It doesn't extend your sprint. I'm not sure that happens, but for sure, once you initiate that sprint, you're going to finish it out before anything else happens. Number 2 on the drinking game is if you pull up beside, or if he pulls up beside you, Sharon Smith, you're going to shift up once or twice and you're going to go very hard, 9 out of 10 hard, for 45 seconds. So this is more of a bridging attempt. This is more of a, I'm off the front and I'm trying to solo breakaway. It's not a sprint, it's a solid 45 seconds hard effort. So you either have a 15-second all-out sprint, or you have 9 out of 10 effort, 45 seconds. Those are our 2. So we should be 1 minute from getting to our 3rd level of effort, which is going to be called spicy. Right now it's tempo. We're going to do 3 minutes spicy in about a minute or so. I'll see if we can get a good freeze frame on Sharon before we actually get into the race, just so that you can make sure you know what he looks like. It actually doesn't matter if you know what he looks like, because I've already gone through and picked out all the moments. So they'll be there for you, but you know, sometimes it's good to recognize different people in the race, and that's part of, you have 45 more seconds. And that's part of this drill, the drinking game drill, is to have that race awareness. Here we go, we're coming right up behind Sharon here. Good. Take a look at his shoes and his socks. There are other methods to winning racers that won't have white shoes and white socks, or the same bike. So this is important in a race, is race awareness. There are some people that will pull up beside you, or maybe they'll pass you, and you don't need to worry, because you've decided they're not a threat, they have a small team, whatever. Here we go. Let's pick it up a little bit harder. Let's make it feel spicy, which would probably be somewhere around threshold or a little bit more if you're looking at your wattage. Let's make it spicy for 3 minutes. Burning, breathing deeply, sweating. Race awareness. Let me finish that thought before I get in my own way again. There are some people that you need to react to. There are some people you don't need to react to. Knowing where everyone is at all times, or being able to recognize them pretty quickly, is a super important skill, especially in bigger fields, and especially in races where points are available. So intermediate sprint points, like in the Tour de France, a points race on the track. Being able to know who's a threat, who has points and who doesn't, that's a very important skill. So we're going to practice that a little bit today, trying to keep your eyes out as you're racing. Who just passed me? Is it either Nate or Sharon? Obviously, in a real race, we'd be interested in more than just 2 people, but for today, we're going to keep it simple. Maybe we'll bring the drinking game back another Sunday with more than 2 rules to it. Make it a little more exciting. All right. Maybe I'll stop talking for 30 seconds so we can just watch the race. Any RPM you want, spicy. We have about a minute, maybe 90 seconds left. All right, guys, 45 more seconds, and then you're going to take a breath, and we'll get ready for the sprint section of the warm-up. All right, guys, take a 1-minute rest. When we come back from this rest, we're going to do 2 sprints. The first sprint, we're going to do seated. Seated sprint, when you're sitting down, especially on the trainer, it usually lowers your potential sprint power and how aggressive you can get with that bike. We never want to be super aggressive with a sprint on the trainer, maybe unless you have a through axle, because there are plenty of times that Coach BJ has just ripped his bike off the trainer and bent the dropouts. So within reason on the trainer, we're going to do 2 sprints. The first one is seated. Keep your core super tight, and we're going to sprint as hard as we can. We're looking for a peak RPM of around 120, not much higher than that, but just go for it. Don't look at the RPM and try and limit it. Get ready. Shift into a gear you think is going to give you enough to work with, but not too much. We're going to sprint as hard as we can, seated in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have 10 seconds. Here we go. Seated sprint. Go, 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 go. Seated sprint all the way. Push it, push it, push it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. All right. 1 minute to catch your breath. When we come back, we're going to do the same thing. 10-second sprint. This time it's going to be standing, and it's going to be all out. Again, all out within reason. If you go all out and you break your bike or you break the trainer, then it's not worth it because you can't do the ride. There's no point to the warm-up. So go all out, but be smart. I actually have a bike with a through axle now, and I love it for the reason that I know I'm not going to pull my bike out of the trainer. So that's a nice development that's been going on with bikes recently. With road bikes, at least. Here we go. 15 seconds, and we're going to do a standing sprint. I believe we're coming up to the start-finish line as well. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stand up. Sprint, 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 sprint. This is the start-finish of the race. Get familiar. Sprint, 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 sprint. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. All right. So you get 2 minutes to take a breath. We've done 2 sprints. We've done 9 minutes of ramping effort. 3 minutes easy, 3 minutes tempo, 3 minutes spicy. We did those 2 sprints. Right now I put on some footage from the middle of the race. We're going to start at the beginning. It doesn't actually start at the beginning. Not everyone's cameras last that long. So some people, the batteries on the cameras don't last quite long enough. So some people just turn it on in the middle. There's Sharon up on our left. So we're going to start somewhere in the middle of this race, and it's going to go all the way up to the end of the actual end of the race. It's about 33 minutes long. I think it's 8 laps or 7.5 laps because we start kind of halfway through a lap. Man, get ready. It's going to be fun. Drinking game. We're going to do tempo effort. That's it. Just tempo effort. I left it up to you for RPMs. Any RPM you want. I would say make it at least 80. Make it at most 110. Pretty big range. Keep your eyes up. Like, here's Sharon. Oh, I freeze framed it. I forgot I did that. Yep, here he is. So every time, if that had happened in the middle of this race, we would have shifted up once or twice and done a really hard drive for about 45 seconds. So those are the 2 rules of our drinking game today. If you are beside Nate at any point in this race, you sprint for 15 seconds all out. If you're beside Sharon for any point in this race, you go hard for 45 seconds. Only 2 rules to this race. Oh, I guess 3 rules. If you're not doing any one of those things, you're at tempo. Tempo pace, sprinting when you're next to Nate, going hard when you're next to Sharon. All right, get ready. I didn't even count up how many of these there are. There are some spots, though, that are going to get pretty spicy, so get ready. All right, here we go. 8 laps to go. Take a look at this Methods to Winning kit up in front of you. That is not Sharon. That is a teammate. Look at those black socks and the black shoes. This is one of those skills you want to get used to, is how do you differentiate teammates, people that you marked. Look at the bike, look at the shoes, look at the helmet. Sometimes just look at the riding style, depending on the person. Everyone knows that one rider that is always grinding around at like 50 RPMs, even though they're going 30 miles an hour. So there are other ways to differentiate people in the group. All right, tempo. We should be at tempo pace, guys, which for us should feel somewhere like 6.5, 7 out of 10. Breathing deeply, feeling sweaty. It's sustainable, but it feels like you're in the middle of this race. If you go too much slower, those gaps are going to open up, kind of like right here. Right? We don't want those gaps to open up. If you go too much faster, you're going to be working too hard. So let's find a good tempo pace. And there is no structure to these intervals. If you're not beside one of those 2 people, Nate or Sharon, you're just doing tempo. That's it. There will be times when you're next to them both pretty close together. There will be times when not much happens. So most of you know I coach for PCC. Some of you just know me as coach. Ooh, here's Nate. Are we going to get beside him? Boom! Sprint for 15 seconds. Go, 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 go. All out. Sprint. 9. Harder for 8. 7. 6. 3. 2. 1. Take a breath. Most of you know I coach for PCC. Some of you just know me as Coach BJ, but I coach for PCC. And Coach Lee, one of the other coaches at PCC, and I rode this course the other day. We rode right through El Dorado Park, just on a easy afternoon ride. So the parks are open again. It's kind of fun to get on this course. It's a local fixture in Long Beach. All right, just keep your eyes peeled, guys, because you can always be surprised. You can never predict who you're gonna pull up next to. Just like in a real race, sometimes you have to react when you're not expecting it. Sometimes you expect it, and it doesn't happen. Oh, here he goes again. Sprint, 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 sprint. 15 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. This rule only applies if at some point you are side by side. If they're right in front of you, if you're on their wheel, that does not count. You have to overlap and be side by side. So when that happens, we'll go. There will be plenty of times you're on someone's wheel. That does not count. I'll let you know. Good. We should be back at tempo immediately, guys. After you catch your breath from those sprints, we're back to tempo. Any RPM you want. Should feel like a 6 or a 7, maybe even a 7.5 out of 10. And you can fluctuate. There can be parts of this where your tempo is a little easier, parts of it where it's a little harder, just like a race. But try and give yourself a nice average, a nice sweaty average. Here we go. We're going to sprint again. 15 seconds. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we have 45 seconds hard with Sharon. Let's go. Hard. You're going 8, maybe 9 out of 10 hard. Shift it up once, shift it up twice. You have 30 seconds left. Go, 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 go. This is a hard time trial effort. We had that sprint that went right into a hard 45 seconds. So we should be just driving. Maybe we're running out of steam here. 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, shut it down. All right, that combination, we should be pretty gassed right now. Catch your breath, and as soon as you can, get back to tempo. All right, another 45 seconds hard. Sharon just rode past. Shift up once, shift up twice, go hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It should feel like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Grind it out, let's go. Even though in this footage right now we're on a wheel, it should feel like you're trying to ride off the front. It should feel like you're trying to bridge that gap. Really hard effort, guys. We have 15 seconds left. Push, 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 push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. Some of these I missed, so if the counter doesn't come up, we'll just let it go. But when I went through and I put these times in, you know, I got most of the ones I could get. You always miss something in a race. That's rule number 1000. Is as good as you are, or as vigilant as you try to be, you're always going to miss something. So you just have to build in a little margin for error in your tactics, with your energy expenditure. You always want to have just 1% left, just to cover up any mistakes. All right, are we going to pull beside Nate and sprint? I get right on that wheel, so that doesn't count. If you pull beside him, we're gonna sprint. Got a comment from Tracy. Tracy, my YouTube, because I'm screening it on my phone right now, is not freezing and starting back up again, but let me know how yours is after we finish this race today. Let me know. We didn't quite overlap Nate there, so we're not going to do that sprint. Right now mine looks fine, but let me know how the lag is for everyone else, if anyone's getting any dropped, any freezes in their feed. All right. Tempo pace, guys. If you're not already there, we want to be at tempo. It should feel like 6.5 all the way up to about 7.5 out of 10. Any RPM you want. Just a quick reminder, I know you didn't forget, but if you pull up next to Nate, you're going to do a 15-second sprint, or if he passes you, that's fine. And if you're next to Sharon, you're going to do a 45-second effort. If something happens in the middle of you already doing an effort, we're going to finish out that effort. We're not going to sprint in the middle of us doing a 45-second effort. All right, you can see Nate. Keep your eye up on the left. Are we going to pull beside him? That would be a 15-second sprint. And we're going to do it 15 seconds. Here we go. Go, 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 go. 15-second sprint. You have 8 seconds to go. Sprint harder. Sprint faster. 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a breath. Are we going to pull up beside him again? We're going to do it again. Here we go. 15-second sprint starting in 3, 2, 1. Sprint. Go, 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 go. You're going to sprint for another 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. I didn't even put those. I'm not going to make you do this next one. We're not really overlapping yet. I didn't even put that one on the board, so I must not have counted it. We'll skip this one, skip this one, skip this one. We keep overlapping with Nate, and I had you do one before, so we're going to skip this one. Keep riding tempo. It should feel like 6.5 to 7.5 out of 10. I think we have 6 laps to go. These laps are about 3.5, 4.5 minutes long, something like that. Let's just say 4 minutes long. All right, methods to winning, but that is not the right teammate. Keep it going nice and tempo. This is your start-finish line. 5 laps to go. There we go. 5 laps to go, about 4 minutes each, so let's just say 20 minutes left. 20 minutes of racing left. All right, take a look up on your left. We've done a lot more sprinting with Nate than we have done hard efforts with Sharon. Any RPM you want. Don't be afraid to vary up the RPM. If you're always on the trainer, always stuck at 80 RPM or 90 RPM, feel free to, at this point of the race, switch it up a little bit. Change your gear so you can be at a tempo pace, maybe at 95 RPMs. Do something different. You have 30 more minutes to play around. Variety is going to be super important to training. Specificity is important if you're getting ready for a race. You know, you pick the RPM that is specific to the time trial you're going to do, the gear you're going to use, the type of efforts you're going to climb. So maybe you're going to train 70 to 80, right? For now, unless you're in a very specific phase of your training, variety is going to be your best friend. All right, pulling up next to Nate. Here we go. 15-second sprint. So many sprints, guys. Let's go. 15 seconds. Sprint, 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 sprint. Everything you got for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. All right, we're right back on his wheel. Keep an eye out, because if we overlap, hypothetically we should sprint. If it doesn't say sprint on the board, it means I missed it when I went through and added all that text in, so we'll let it go. Probably. Depends how caffeinated I feel. We're coming right up on Sharon's wheel. It doesn't count until you pull beside him or he pulls beside you. So you got off a little bit easy there. Tempo pace, get on that wheel. Close these gaps down. It doesn't have to be a mantra, but I always have a mantra in my head. Is this the wheel that's going to help me win, or is this the wheel that's going to let me lose? Always be asking yourself, is this the right wheel? And when you get into higher level racing, this is a P1234 field. I think it's a pretty wide variety of ranges on this field. But when you get to the real pointy end of racing, most wheels are going to be good wheels. Most of them. But you always want to ask yourself, is this the wheel that's going to let a gap open up and I'm going to have to go around them? Or is this the wheel that's going to help me win? Choose your wheels wisely and always be reevaluating. Always be asking yourself. Cool, so this gap is not cool. This gap is really pulling away from you, so you want to make sure that you catch onto a wheel that's passing. You want to meter your effort so that you don't blow up like this. Find a way to work yourself back into this race with the least amount of effort possible. Drifting all the way to the back is not necessarily the best way to save energy. Even though you are not doing work now, you're going to have to make up that work later. Alright guys, we have 4 laps to go. You're still holding tempo pace. If you've started to space off and now it's moderate, pick it up a little bit. Tempo is just a little bit more than moderate. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's sustainable. Let's find that effort and let's really dial it in. This is a long stretch of recovery, guys. I don't want to call tempo recovery, but we haven't had a lot of action recently. We had a lot of sprints earlier on, but you get a nice long stretch of tempo right here. I'm pretty sure towards the finish we have a lot of doubled up action, if I remember correctly. So let's enjoy it now while we got it. Tempo effort, 6.5 to 7.5 out of 10. We're gonna roll right up on Sharon right now, tightening his shoe. Let's see, did I program it in? I think so. Here we go. Click it up once, shift up maybe twice, and you're gonna go hard for like a 9 out of 10 effort. 9 out of 10 effort, head down, watts up, just driving this bike. Drive this train, let's go. Let's go, drive it hard. 20 seconds left. Go, 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 go. 20 seconds. Driving this train. Full steam, 9 out of 10. If you start at a 9 out of 10, by the end it feels closer to a 10. Hold that effort. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can let it come down a little bit, catch your breath for a second, and then we're going to get right back to tempo. Tempo pace. You just want to know where everyone is. You should know that Sharon is behind you somewhere, and you should see that Nate is ahead of you somewhere. You always want to know, is the person ahead or behind? Is there someone off the front? Is there someone off the back? Those are things that just keep bouncing around in the back of your mind. We just passed Nate, so 15-second sprint. Here we go. 15 seconds. Go, 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 go. And don't hold back, guys. This is not a 15-second acceleration. This is a sprint. All out. 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. All right. We should be going really hard for these. And then we come back to tempo. And I made it simple, guys. It's kind of your choice of RPM and tempo in between all of these drinking game efforts in order for you to be able to go really hard on those sprints. That's why I left it a little bit less structured. Three laps to go, 4 minutes each. So we have 12 minutes left, guys. 12 minutes left. All right, there we go. 45 seconds hard. Sharon just passed you. Let's go. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. All right, guys. We should have shifted up once, maybe twice. We have 30 more seconds. Driving 9 out of 10 hard. "20 seconds left, guys. You never want to be passed by a pace line going that fast. It's very hard to insert yourself into that line again. It's better to match that speed as they come alongside you. And you can start to bring it down. Catch your breath. Bring it back to tempo. There's nothing worse than getting guttered. Or I guess this is not a gutter, it's whatever, a curb. Getting curbed, boxed in by a group going by, 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour faster than you, and you have nowhere to go, and it's hard to accelerate because you're up against that curb, and you just get shot out the back. Much easier if you anticipate, get a little bit of speed up so that when they catch you, you can match their speed. Just insert yourself right into that pace line. Sometimes doing a little bit of front-loading work, a little bit of work at the beginning, makes it a little bit easier for you to insert there at the end. All right, we're going to pull through. All right, we're coming up to the power lines. The power lines for me are, I think they're about 30 seconds from the finish line, but I always use those as a landmark for myself. The power line section, there is Sharon right there. We're going to go hard for 45 seconds. Click up once, click up twice, and let's get going. Hard. Push, 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 push. It should feel like a 9 out of 10 hard. If it's not a 9 out of 10, pedal faster or shift up a little harder. Let's go. 25 seconds left. There we go. Power lines, we should be about 30 seconds from the start finish line. Go, 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 go. We're going hard for another 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. You can go back to tempo. We're going to be at that start-finish line in just a sec. And there's Nate. So you're going to sprint. 15 seconds. Sprint, 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 sprint. Back to back. That was a hard one. 6, 5, 4. Sprinting for 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. All right. That was a lot. After you've caught your breath, you know what? Even if you haven't caught your breath, let's get back to tempo. You only have 2 laps to go. We have under 10 minutes left. Tempo pace. All right, even though this is not a highlighter yellow kit, I'm almost positive this is a Method to Winning rider, an MW rider, which is the same team that wears the highlighter yellow kits. I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me on that. So we're following another Method to Winning rider. Something to be cognizant of if you're off the back, or let's say you're in the main group and there's a breakaway. Don't necessarily rely on a teammate of someone in that breakaway to bring you back up to the race. They have no incentive to work because they're teammates up the road. They do not want to pull you up to your teammate because you are competition away from their team. You know, this guy brought it back together for us to this main little gruppetto right here, but don't always rely on that. All right, we're behind Nate, but we're not next to him. That's not sure. Oh, here we go. Go hard. Go, 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 go. I don't even think that was Sharon, but I guess I decided that we should go hard on that one. Here we go. You're going hard. Click up once or twice. You have 30 more seconds to go. Hard. Push, 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 push. You have 23 seconds left. Really ramp it up. 9 out of 10 hard. Try and bridge that gap. Can you get up to Nate and that other rider? If you had just held Nate's wheel, you wouldn't be chasing right now. But for now, let's drive through and see if we can get there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Take a breath. Go back to tempo. Let's see if someone else can pull through. There we go. We're going to go hard again. Sharon just passed again. Go, go, go. 45 seconds. Shift up once, shift up twice. Hard. All right. This situation right here is not favorable. We went hard. We eased off. Everyone passed us at speed while we were eased off. And now we have to play catch up again. Even though it sucks, after you're done going hard, just scaling it back to tempo will preserve your position and help you stay in the mix and not have so much of this positional yo-yo. Let's keep it up, guys. 10 more seconds. We're going hard. 9 out of 10 hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're coming up to that start-finish line. Take a breath. Go back to tempo. All right, this is our start-finish line. Tempo pace, guys. Question for you guys. You can put it in the comments later. What's your favorite shoe and sock combo? White shoes, white socks. Black shoes, black socks. Colorful shoes, colorful socks. Give me your best sock combo. Right now I'm doing white shoes, white socks. But I'm in the process of getting a pair of black shoes made by my friends. So let me know what you guys think. Shoe and sock combo, the best one you got. All right. All right, we're behind a Methods to Winning rider. This is Nate coming up right in front of us. If you pull beside him, We're going to sprint for 15 seconds. Boom. There we go. 15 seconds. Let's sprint. Sprint, 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 sprint. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Some of you, most of you know, some of you might not. Nate was a international track sprinter, so he did Pan Am's, raced for Team USA. He also raced independently overseas at the 6 days track cycling events with other professional track sprinters. So that's why we sprint when we see Nate, because he is a sprinter doing an endurance event, but track sprinter. Once a track sprinter, you're a track sprinter for life, even if you're doing other events. He's done Race Across America. He's done stuff. He's done a lot of stuff, but once a track sprinter, always a track sprinter. Badge of honor. Oh, there was Nate again. I didn't put it on the board, so I guess you're off the hook on this one. Don't sprint. He just passed us. I'm a little more caffeinated right now. I'm buzzing, so I can see everything. Sometimes you see everything really clearly. Sometimes in the middle of a race, you kind of space out a little bit. So when I was labeling this, obviously I was missing some movement. Another question for you guys: how do you use caffeine? Do you use caffeine in races? Does it hype you up? Does it not really have that much of effect? Do you try and under-caffeinate yourself so that when you get to a race and you really use caffeine, it has a big effect? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. All right, we're coming into the finish line here. I don't even know if we're going to have another effort before the finish line. That is a good question. This doesn't look like the finish line. Maybe I thought this was our final lap. Yeah, I lied. Guys. When I said 1 to go, that was wrong. Somehow I labeled that 1 to go, but it should have said 2 to go. So everything was off by 1. Sprint for 15 seconds. Here we go. Surprise, we're still racing. 15 seconds. Go, 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 go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a breath. Somehow, and I hate to use this word colloquially, but like, I get lap card dyslexia, and I don't really have dyslexia, but sometimes when I look at a lap card and I see 3 to go, I'm always like, does that include the lap I'm on? Does that, that's something that I always struggle with in my own brain while I'm racing, and apparently while I'm making videos. It's seems like a very easy concept, but sometimes, when the blood is draining out of your brain and into your legs. Oh, here's Sharon, 45 seconds. Let's go, 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 go. It's bunching up here because there's a Masters field that's in the mix here. Let's go. This is your final lap, guys, and you're 9 out of 10 hard. We should be 1 or 2 gears up. 25 seconds to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 20 seconds. 18, 17, 16, 15. This is 9 out of 10 hard. Anything less, and we need to pick it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take a breath. All right. As soon as you can, get back to tempo. We're probably 2 minutes in to our final lap, and this time I swear. Well, I don't want to swear. I labeled it final lap. It should be the final lap. Whether it is or not. I'm about to sneeze. All right, guys, keep it up. Whether it's the final lap or not depends on how well I labeled this race, which already is off to a rocky start here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Boom, you passed them again, or he passed you. 45 seconds. Shift up once, shift up twice, go hard. You have 40 seconds left. Come on. You can see those, what are they, the power line towers in the distance. When you hit those, you have about 20-30 seconds to the finish line. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Grab that wheel. Lower your head, tuck those elbows in, get aero, grab that wheel. Try and catch onto the tail end of that slipstream. There we go, we're on the wheel. Beautiful. And you can scale back a little bit, bring it back to tempo, but don't rest. I would say when in doubt, make this tempo a little harder than you think it should be. This is the end of the race. We have about 40 seconds left. Keep that pace going. Tempo, effort. Tempo, pace. And Nate being a sprinter, you know he's going to come past us. At some point, 15 seconds, here we go. Sprint, 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 sprint. Sprinting for that finish line. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that takes us right to the finish line. All right, guys. We are done. Whew. Good work. That was fun. So that was the drinking game version of the race along, where every time something happens in the race, you do something. Maybe we'll bring this back again. We'll pick some different people or some different conditions. Maybe we'll have more than 2. Maybe we'll have 3 or 4 different conditions that can happen, and your workout is dictated by what happens in that race. Thanks again for tuning in. I haven't set the exact date yet, but we have an isometric seminar coming up. I'm gonna live stream it out of our sports performance facility. I was gonna have people there in person, but the restrictions on in-person gym stuff still haven't been lifted. So I'm just gonna live stream it for everyone. I think it's like $10 entry, $15. But it's gonna walk you through the protocols of how to do different types of isometrics that specifically correlate to higher peak power on the bike, and some other issues. Some other effects, how they work, why they work, how to do it, how to use it for testing overall strength. So that's going to be coming up soon. I would say either next weekend or the weekend after. I'm probably going to do it on a weekend. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll keep you guys posted. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. I love you guys. I'll leave the music running for about 3 minutes or so, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
No Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here. So come home, why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stoned.